Without wasting no time, let's just continue from the previous audio media presentation of the Welcome to the Library Corner of 2021, as this one is dedicated to the Sustainable Development Solutions Network development practice of global associations, Masters in Development Practice programs, and also dedicated to from the leading voice over here, which is the Master in Philosophy of Inclusive Innovation. Therefore, the Integrated Public Transport Network of 2032 is when we introduced it to you in that short clip ERF 56267 years invitation that we were supposed to bring for the SWOT clip public participation process as an affected party, interested and affected party. Over there, we introduced that we were supposed to build what a manufacturing plant that will be the same like Yutong of China or Japan, whether it's in China or Japan. Yutong manufacture that will be the second largest in the global world or the first largest in the global world, but in partnership with Yutong, where we will produce our own designs of branding in bus designs. Therefore, we've got really number one designing in bus designing, transportational designing. That is why we are also following the Western Cape Government Department of the Premiers in the Peter magazine when they are talking about spatial development, transportational transformation. We will introduce others later, integrated public transport network. So by 2032, that's the right time here to start what building those buses over there, building those transport integrated developments for the department of the TCT, for the department of the TDA. And then what we said over there, we can have a greater relationship to build the Forbes branding over there in those buses. But our source of number one is to build what for the entire continent of Africa and all the continents of the continental continents. It won't only be us who're going to have another planting machine of manufacturing. Other continental continents and state countries of the international global world will also have their own manufacturing plants of factories manufacturing other kinds of designs. Others can manufacture minibuses, others can manufacture trains, others can manufacture cars of the 21st modern millennium in terms of our own designs as it is set into the guide of African finance innovation in Africa. There are three most number one top in the content over there. They are talking about agricultural two-way, investing in vehicle innovation, and healthcare, investing in health technology. We have both delivered those companies over there in our startup companies. They think we are fully around when we are saying we have designs of drugs, abnormal drugs, up to wow. Travel Demand Management Program, Non-Motorist Transport Program, Intelligent Transport Systems Program. Systems programs, we have also managed now to drop all that traffic happening in the USA yesterday when we were sitting there with the refugees from Africa discussing about the transportation, when we were watching the Transformers motion picture. We have designed a great design for the US of A, and everybody was shocked. And we want to invite all those richest billionaires of music, hip hop, rap artists of the USA to come and invest in that innovation because it was designed by the African refugees. But yes, the African continental continent, but united with the natives of the Griqua towns of the District 6 of the Cape Town CPT, of the CWC, of the CTC, of the LBC, of the 213143321, of the Western Cape Provincial Province of the City of Cape Town government and the Mayoral Executive Committee government. We have designed intelligent response systems that have got technology inside. That's got hospitality and dining over there, in train designing, in spaceship designing, in boats, and in yachts, and in shipping designing, fast cars designing, abnormal trucks, buses designing, scooters, motorbikes designing, uh, four-wheel drive convertible cars designing, all of them in one package, what of the 2018 Russia World Cup. Land development programs, efficiency integrated public transport programs, traffic claiming programs. We have even designed what technological systems where of traffic. How can we control traffic with technology that is beyond the level of any criteria of innovation and invention, created by young people who used to come as tourism from across the board of Europe, from Asia, Europe, all over the global world, of the United Native Nations. When we were busy over there trying to find out solutions, other people of the global world were there with us in unity. Young children at the age of even younger than 21 coming across the global world, putting what more effort in every discovery we are coming through. You will find out that in those apps we are designing, we've got partners of young boys and young girls across the universal world, while building it as with us at the city of Cape Town. Don't think when a South African government you will run away with the innovation of stealing every innovation. We know that you are the behind the scene of stealing the world 17, but ecosystem of businesses across the global world. And we also know that you are the center for entrepreneurship that is destroying every innovation and entrepreneurship development and putting it under your wing without doing nothing at all. And now you are trying to take over what the first company campus magazines and put them under South African name, but you are taking over Forbes Africa under your own belt too without doing nothing at all. We have built environmental integration programs, citizen value programs, public participation program. This is a public participation initiative unit department. Everyone has got a voice to say in the city of Cape Town government, and your voice is heard. Public participation was in a long time ago when we were introducing what planning of our future city together, planning what is the Kailicha Mall, that we want it to be exactly like Waterfront V&A, Cavendish Square, Blue Route Mall, N1 City Mall, Tiger Valley, Tiger Beck Mall, Century City Mall, Devonville Mall. You understand those kind of criteria, and we've got the designs. We ain't bluffing at all, because we ain't laughing. But when it comes to public participation, we are the greatest one in the public participation, because we are the intelligence one in terms of the innovation in creation of education and philosophy. How can we become part of the Collins Illustrated Encyclopedia of famous people and we are useless people like that? Yes, we are used, but less. We are used fool in the less of fools. Ain't no fool can't fool no fool. You can't fool other people, guys. Must let not fool each other. Please, City of Cape Town government, close all these kind of closures. We must know that okay, in that space land over there, first, what is it going to be built? What is in need? What in this community? In that community, how far is another community for it to give, for it to partner with that community to to render the same services? So we can't just we see a space of land, we just build something, we build it, we build it. No, there's nothing we build it because the money doesn't come from the ANC. Most of the money invested here in the city of Cape Town, our money is coming from the global world, from their own structural way of even fundraising themselves. And others here, if it's coming back from the ANC national government, it also goes back to the local government, because the local government is still ANC. And then you manipulate your own finances. That's why I am saying now, me as I myself, that when it is voting time from the local governments, a ward that never won a city of Cape Town or a mayoral executive committee or a Western Cape provincial government party, that ward must not find any services from the city of Cape Town. And that ward must not be developed or created. And then all the wards that have won the City of Cape Town Trust, the City of Cape Town Integrity, City of Cape Town Development, of the Western Cape Development, of the Mayoral Executive Committee, that ward that has won will get the services of the City of Cape Town. Public participation, you said it yourselves over there as one unity. Yes, we do agree. People of the global ANC doesn't know how to design a housing. They don't know how to make architecture designs at all. Therefore, once again, I say so. South African government, the best thing you should do, invest in your people. Don't give them finances of nonsensicality without any productivity to show with your input. NYDA is a free of no cent in charge of anything. Life begins at 40, but at 35 you are out of nothing. And then 5 years later you are 40 years old, you have nothing at all. Therefore, what we are saying is that now, leave that don't leave that 350. That 350 is supposed to be, at least it must be 600. And then provide those free costs, those free NYDA services. That 600 is for people to buy toiletries. Others people don't wash, my brother. The youth, they are unemployed. They want to buy toiletries. Others want to buy underpants. Others want to buy roll-on. Others, they want to put food on the table for their own children. Others, they want to buy electricity. Others, they still want maybe a laptop so that they can find access of finding online services or jobs online. All those services, you all taken them out in that. Remember that 16 billion you took? We're saying that you're going to start and create and develop and establish Ekurhuleng, the University of Technology. Forgetting that Ekurhuleng is owned and governed by the Richfield Graduate School of Technology initiative. But you took the entire 14 billion or 16 billion to say you're going to build a university over there. What do you care about other provinces? Then if you don't care about them, provide them with the NYDA. And then substance abuse programs, non-governmental substance abuse participation programs, primary healthcare programs, social inclusive programs, and cross-subsidized programs. All these programs over here that we are talking about, guys, we are not laughing. International goal by people of the world. Please review our business profiles on documentations and review, not us. Don't think that when we are talking to you, we are one party or we are one collaborating system or thing. We are not one at all. We are one when it comes to discussions, but we are not one when it comes to service delivery. We are not one when it comes to implementation. We are not one when it comes to growth with the global world. Tina, you take from the global, international, worldwide world. Tina, we don't take anything to anyone. we are the creators, we are the engineers and the pioneers of innovation, of education, of knowledge, of skill, of integrity, of trust. We are the engineers of communication, of meditation in any interaction, of any creation, of any interdimension, in any situation, of any conversation, of what skill and nation patient, whereas you are the passionate patient. We are the passionate passion of the passion to implementation for the strategic developmentation of the global universe. Music is not the solution. When the world needs you the most, you are still busy producing nonsensical music. We are entrepreneurs related with the global world. So all these developments for urbanization management for all the disadvantaged continental countries and the continents of the continental continents. So these guys here, you will find all of these things in the City of Cape Town Integrated Annual Report of 2018-2019 in combination here with already taught mechanisms for development projects, urbanization management. We have introduced them all. Integrated Public Transport Network 2063. We've introduced them all and we are done. The ANC, yeah, do you know what they do really? Intelligent transport system, traffic signage upgrade projects, non-motorism transport, integrated ticket. Guys, I want to know now from the United States of America. Yesterday, we concluded as the African native nations that we're going to build for them what it trains for them to go all over the USA while in chase of those flying cars to Las Vegas. Therefore, how far are we, Mr. US of A? Can you find any network to talk to DW? DW, are you out? DW is gone. DW, are you out there? Okay, we are still busy online. Therefore, we have managed to reduce the entire traffic that is happening in the USA. They have managed to design parking areas and develop those buses they were truly talking about of for Forbes buses of a great style of interaction with the trains development, and they have taken all the meter taxis out of the system of the USA of A, and then they have introduced the new systems of transportation in the terms of the meter taxis, and then the other thing they have managed to introduce bus designs in different ways of joint venture. Other buses are designed in a joint venture of to produce a brand new brand name, but in a joint venture of Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Volkswagen, and another joint venture of buses, trucks, and designs are the joint venture of Porsche, and then Audi and VW again. Another online joint venture are the online joint venture for truck designing, bus designing, all these kind of what they are talking about are the joint venture for Range Rover, Jeep, and Jaguar in a joint venture. And then they've got another one for Volvo, Scania, and Marco Polo joint venture. And then they've got a joint venture for Bugatti, Lamborghini, and Rolls-Royce joint venture over there. Other joint ventures here are designed according to 5 brand names to produce one brand name so that the economy what is not wasted for yeah. Listen, if you are a one product company, now you want to produce a bus design, a truck design, abnormal truck, 6-wheel truck, 8-wheel truck, 15-wheel truck with what you see, and then you also need a train, you need a spaceship again, and then you need a flying plane, you need an aerospace ship. You also see those kind of criteria designs. But if you are a joint venture of multiples of brand names to produce one brand name, in a private sector privatized meeting, no one will know that you are part of that venture. And then all those who are billionaires of this moment of lifetime, they can also invest over there in those joint ventures. let me say now, VW and Porsche and the Audi, they are a joint venture at once. And then Will Smith comes in, Ice Cube comes in, and then and then and then we also put in the likes of maybe Denzel Washington to be part of that ecosystem of joint venture. You understand what I'm trying to talk about? Because really, yesterday we sold that thing was sold just like that. When at the implementation stages, because we need that planting machine over there, and we need to structure on how we're gonna develop what planting manufacturing machines factories across Africa, Asia, Europe, which countries are going to be the manufacturing ones, which ones are going to manufacture the engine, which ones are going to manufacture the chassis and the tappets and the gaskets and the tops, which one are going to manufacture the pumps and the you understand, and the linings and the radiators, you see, which one are going to manufacture the technology, innovative innovations, who are going to manufacture the tires. We also got an innovative innovation on how to create tires over there. We are celebrating along with the top number one South African black that won the scooter bike racing of F1 race of the global world. What is a South African black guy from South Africa, but in a location called Harare, yes, over there. Freeway management systems project, a bus lane and average speed over distance enforcement project, free Wi-Fi access on those infrastructures we're talking about, efficient integrated public transport programs, infrastructure investment programs. That's what we are talking about over there. Social research on reasons for, before we get there, we've got to come in page by page before we close in. Public participation program, a public engagement project, capacitated, informed, and constitutionalized engaged communities. All these public programs, yes, they are engaged and they are capacitated. I informed them since 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and in 2019. When I was walking by on the train from Kailisha to Cape Town, in the train I used to be what is the loud voice saying that what back to school, back to reality, telling them about Skumbile West Coast Foundation, telling them about the upgrading of the taxi ranks, telling them all about it, what's happening at the city of Cape Town, tell them about the housing developments, everything over there. They know the public participation programs over there in the city of Cape Town as a whole, especially Khayelitsha. They really, really, truly are committed to all those things. But the first thing that we need what is to first bring out those learnerships, because I want to find a portfolio of employment vacancy fixed job what in the learnerships and apprentices department of the IDP. So, and then in the skills economic skills development for economic opportunities. Just to introduce two portfolios I am still applying for as an internship, fixed employment, permanent one at the City of Cape Town government. Because the first thing that we need to do is to provide the learnerships to the existing misfortunate, disadvantaged, uneducated, street thugs, street living people who are the natives of the City of Cape Town first. And then we grow together as one with those who have arrived all the way from the Krisani to Enkanini to Ekuyasa to Evocho, Nasezwezwe, and all of them together as one. Substance abuse awareness prevention projects, customer engagement projects. Our customers is the one we're talking about now in the USFR. And then the policing intervention projects, substance abuse prevention, treatment, suspension, and coordinating projects. That's the people, if we can decrease the level of alcohol abuse, substance abuse, the intelligence of the mind could come back in our senses. The only thing that the City of Cape Town we have to do is to close that rents Cape Town. That rents Cape Town is the killer source of every introduction and protection we are doing. That landscape then has got its own social network of the dot COSA that is governed by the Gauteng province of the ANC government. And what the ANC has stopped and closed every level 2 thing across the global across this South Africa, but it didn't close the landscape down. And number 3, that cellular technologies company of Ghani, it needs to be bent down and it's to be closed. And then the Intergovernmental Substance Abuse Project, because what runs Cape Town can open at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and close at 12 o'clock at night. And then bang music all night long and day long in a community based with only people living 2 feet away from. And no, it's happening from 3. It's supposed to be away for 300 meters or 500 meters away from the community. They are producing alcohol, beers on top, beers high up, beers high up. Non-governmental substance abuse partnership programs for NGO and MPO sub-council funding project. Yes, we wanted those sub-council funding projects for our NPOs. We have introduced again in that criteria of all the over 50 organizations, over 50 NPOs in one ecosystem of Kumbulile West Coast Foundation. Primary healthcare programs, intergovernmental collaboration projects. So all these things we do want, because there is another learnership of health and care learnership at the CETA. That's another project of learnership where we can learn about the health, and then we become the community health workers, where we enter door to door as community health workers. And then number 2, we become what the pioneers of mental health. All these criteria of health, we've got the departments over there. Once we can sit down, we will elaborate, illustrate, emphasize, and strategically produce the introduction background of every emphasis, SWOT analysis, 18 Ps of integrated development planning, environmental health care services. Over there, environmental health care services, we'll talk about that later. Social inclusive programs, homeless people project. For the homeless people project, I'll have another session to introduce it again some other time. But homeless people, we are the agency of the homeless people of the global worldwide native nations of the entire One Earth. I have introduced that all the students who are living at the least big of Mowbray, they must be taken out, all the students of the UCT. And then we build the other apartments, such as the ones when you start at the observatory. There's Westerlake, I'll call them by name later. And then all those rooms at the least big, all the people who are homeless, living street survivors, they must stay there in that least big. And then from that least big over there, we must just build a facility engaging educational property asset management for economic development and for economic opportunities, where they will study what other learnerships that are beyond the level of study. And then those students who will be living in the apartments of student apartments of the UCT and other schools initiatives, they won't pay that level of finances that you have to pay for accommodation, because of the criteria that we will discuss. How will they pay less or pay above? What I'm talking about, all those people who are homeless survivors, they will have a place to stay. They will have a treatment of our own department, organization of foundation that we call the Afro-Griqua United Nations homeless homeless rehabilitation institute agency academia embassy. Yeah, yeah. Afro-Greekwa United Nations homeless agency institutional academia university. Research on reasons for homelessness projects. We've got those researches from the homestead for homestead living people, from the Islamic Relief. We've got another one from the Charlize Theron, another one from the Michael Jackson one has got another one, and then Leonardo DiCaprio has got another one. The likes of the Queen of the Princess of Wales has got another one. Wako Jacko, Michael Jackson has got another one. Even Chris Rock has got another one. Many of the international global world, across the global world, even in Asia, there are others out there. Our research on that one homelessness projects are the ones that we were sent by the Department of Community Safety to research about homeless people who are the product of everything we have introduced in every media presentation since way back in the 18th century, 17th century, 16th century. Therefore, preventative projects to address social challenges that could result in people migrating to the streets. Rents Cape Town, people will migrate to the streets. They will come back and do drugs. They will come back and do alcohol on the streets as young children at the age of 15 years old or 14 years old. They are also possessed into sex these days. And then in terms of drugs and in terms of gangsterism, people are still living in those conditions because there are no developments at all in local government. Cross-subsidization programs, repeats and indigest projects. Yes, over there. Therefore, now we are only left with the last presentation over here, which is the Operational Sustainability Sustainable City Services Program. Each and every worldwide global city who has got the same initiative of sustainable city services programs, efficiency service projects, such as everyone that we are following at Twitter, we are following at Instagram, we are following at LinkedIn, each and every single social network and every single initiative happening in those people we follow and those who will follow soon in the nearby future. We want to build an operational sustainability in efficient, responsible, sustainable cities across the global world. We are also introducing that to the Elroy of the Scientology, of the Scientology over there, of the L. Ron Hubbard International Global Ecosystem of the Do Connect, and then we are also talking about iBlock ecosystems over there. You're talking about CitGo ecosystems, and you're also talking about the ecosystem of MFA, United Nations Universal Ecosystem Universities of the Poets and Writers, and others, many more that we follow. Please don't have a problem when you didn't mention your name. Here in South Africa, government 1994 to 1999, once you mention a person's name, he or she is dead. They have a protocol that says, we know where you stay, we're going to find you, and we're going to kill you. Therefore, in spite of that, that is not our operational sustainability. Here we are talking about the sustainability development for programs such as efficiency responsible sustainability city service programs, a value awareness program, complaint service delivery program, evidence-led decision-making program, service delivery skills program, service delivery improvement program. Yes, we want to improve when I sit of Cape Town to you, really, your service delivery improvement program. Sometimes you are weakening and you're getting weaker and weakening. You can't introduce and say that in 10 years' time we are in a planning strategic goal development plan. When you say you are planning something, you can't utilize what you are planning and utilize it now before the end of the planning. when our national government, you said that in 10 years' time, when you want to you want to build city from Mosina to Johannesburg to Durban to Cape Town. Why those four places? What about in Mpumalanga, Free State, and the other provinces? But all that time when you were stealing, what these people are doing over here? DW, haven't you heard anything from the lines of the over there? No, from the lines right there in the US of A, when we are talking about the transformation, whom are going to negotiate with as the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Skumile West Coast Foundation, Lamushe Global Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, and the Ecosystem of Empire of the Lamushe Mushe 18 Ps, when they were designing the transportation development, when the initiative was very completed and finished within a period of 15 minutes to take away all the traffic happening in the entire US of A and other continental countries with the same problem with traffic of car congestion. That means we still have to introduce more presentations but to stabilize the sustainability operational of that initiative, so that we get that capital expenditure and that capital venture for all those people to pay for that sustainability growth, and then we can see how can we have an integrated development plan, IDP plan, in a spatial framework plan. It could be to 2032 because we still got what is the ICSD 2020 to 2030. Others have got another permanent vision of a 2036 to 2063 agenda towards Africa 2063. Value awareness programs. We do have that one in that page 14 of the Skumile West Coast Foundation ecosystem. Those are all companies. Né? But we still have to introduce at least 5 or 6 departments of the same company. One company must have at least 5 departments or 6 departments or 9 departments in one company. Therefore, we need what the complaint service delivery programs and also the BBBEE compliance performance, evidence-led decision-making programs, digital tools project, data analysis methodology projects, and then innovation project. The innovation projects we've already introduced it. And now let's talk about the innovation project that we have created, established, and developed for the pitch and polish race car of 2011, 2012. Here I come back again in 2021 with the initiative of pitch and polish. We want to create a pitch and polish of children from the age of let's start at the age of 9 years, 10 years to 16 years. Yes, because in that age group of 3 to 9 years, they will be finding skills development from the initiative of the Cape Innovation Technology initiative of Women in Innovation for Business Women and Business Men. Thank you very much from the network from the Cape Innovative Technology over there for assisting us. Let's collaborate and continue with the initiative for that one. Therefore, once we as the Cape Technology Initiative Innovation, we educated those young children with the field supportive integrated development plan of Digital Cape and a code for kids, with Oklahoma A plus over there next to it, and the Oklahoma plus Africa A plus for Africa, and other initiatives over there, such as the Silicon Technology Institute, and then we are producing Craft and Design Institute over there. Those young children, we're going to teach them from 3 years how to innovate, how to do innovations over there, just like I've already done over here when I developed what the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs. I just used to stay at the playing ground of a section over there. We used to talk about innovation just like that. Sometimes we used to talk over the phone just like this in eternity. Sometimes we used just to meet on the road and then we talk about it. And then I taught them how to innovate, how to invent, how to create, and how to keep a secretive innovations into themselves until the right time of approach. Therefore, really, they are keen in any innovation and innovative style of creations. Until we closed in September, I believe in September the 8th or September the 28th, when we closed it on 2018. Therefore, innovation, I'm telling you, it's not difficult for young children to innovate and invent nothing. You won't be disappointed when I introduce to you, because I truly have in me what the greatest depressions of passionate passion, what into them. They are so skillful when it comes to their own introduction. All the things they need to be taught what is just simple English, of understanding English, meaning that we have to just speak English and not speak Xhosa at all. Therefore, for the innovation of the pitch and polish race corp, and then from 9 years old, yes, to 16 years old, they must be taught a 10-minute or a 15-minute elevator pitch, because they are still young. Wow. And then yeah, it's up to us in Escape Innovative Innovation. It's up to us as the mentors and the facilitators of the Skumile West Coast Foundation, Lamushe Global Heritage Entrepreneurs, and the Skumile West Coast Foundation to teach them how to do presentations of the 15-minute presentation. And then we have another scenario of the age of 17 to 25 years old. That's another age group of pitch and polish race corp, setting the stage for entrepreneurs. Inspired, yes, by the Corset education in Kayeliche, that's opposite First Bay College. When we were part of the business place in Kayeliche, but a young boy came to the business place coming from the Corset saying that I have developed my own company. I want to start my own company, so give me the business support, business development. And then the people of the Department of ANC government, but they closed the business place just because it was grooming and growing to become an international, global, worldwide, in the name of even the Center for Entrepreneurship, who ran away but with the Kasi entrepreneurship, with that honey you were talking about, of that network of Sililo that needs to be destroyed. Innovation projects that will enable the creation of an innovation-led organization, solve operational challenges, increase potential excellence, and promote a culture of customer centricity. For the global, international, global, we are a prototype city, guys. Ne? Always remember, we are representing Indonesia, Asia, Middle East, Latin and North America, Iceland and Ireland of the seven seas, seven oceans of one earth. Promote an innovation ethos and culture, create a space for collaborations and design-led thinking and innovation across city line departments, facilitate citywide initiative to support design thinking and innovation. Design thinking, we were taught by Miss Fletcher, Mara Fletcher, design thinking, solving problems at the Craft and Design Institute. In one day, a group of 20 people produced what 20 innovations in one day. 20 innovations just in one day. 2020, we were about 10 people over there. So Craft and Design Institute will be able to also want to partner in that initiative of the pitch and polish in terms of Miss Mara Fletcher, and also in terms of the survey that I completed on the 2017 in January, February, when they were asking about Craft and Design Institute South Africa on children, and then I answered them. I gave the survey over there. That survey, Craft and Design Institute for South Africa, the first survey of 2017-2018, if I'm not mistaken, I introduced that criteria of innovative innovation. That innovation must be introduced in young children at the age of 3 years. So, Ms. Jasmine of the Cape Institute Technology Initiative, let's leave them. It's the ANC government trying to take over again. Service Delivery Skills Program, the city's human resources of Eastlands, Skill Gap and Evaluation Project. And then to page 60, skills intervention project, problem definition, idea generation, selection, development, and test, rollout, and MER. Guys, service delivery improvement programs. Yes, we want to also improve our programs by skills gap evaluation. Service delivery skills program. I want to call again the Terrorism International Worldwide Conference Summit and introduce that the service delivery improvement program that we are trying to introduce into this government of the ANC. They are taking it into account that they want to take everything into their own name. So, okay, these are the other housing developments that we have for the international, global, world, countries of Africa to Asia and developments. Lastly, City of Cape Town, we are capable to say thank you very much to the leading voice over here, the Doctor of Love of Station 5, SoundCloud Music. Sorry, guys. Me, I'm Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, the leading voice of the first company, Innovation by Designs, Manifesto Challenges, Venture Challenges Cooperation, in terms of government developments for the Sustainable Development Solutions Network in Global Innovations Solutions Network, Masters of Development Practice. Therefore, the last departments that we are going to introduce right now are all City of Cape Town government. We have already made this the last thing we were talking about service delivery improvements for the City of Cape Town Integrated Report of 2013-2014, City of Cape Town Integrated Human Settlement, the 5-year plan of 2012-2017, City of Cape Town Integrated Development Plan 2012-2017, City of Cape Town Integrated Annual Report 2018-2019, which is the one we have managed to introduce right now. City of Cape Town TCT TDA Comprehensive Integrated Development Plan 2017-2022, Well-Designed Capital Cape Town 2014, The Story of an African City, the Mayor's Innovation Portfolios for Urban Sustainability Showcasing Excellence 2014-2016, the Cape Town International Conventional Center preview sometime in the one of 2018, 2019, 2020, the Directorate's Executive Summary and Scoreboard of 2020-2021, and the also Guide to Doing Business with the City of Cape Town, the Planning of Our Future City Together with the AEIE. Therefore, thank you, global, worldwide, international people of the world. DW is going to come back later to introduce how are we going to intervene and see the development strategies of developing, yes, that innovative innovation that was created so massively in the Russia World Cup celebration in partnership with the Unleash of the Nuclear of the Korea and the Spaceship to Japan tour, as it is a celebration introduction for the space tour of Russia 2023, and I believe in 2022 the Morocco World Cup that is coming around, not forgetting, yes, the flying cars to Las Vegas of the US of A. What they are talking about here, it was an innovation of creative creations that was completed within 20 minutes by the African native nations of doing business at the Khayelitsha Station Mall, next to the Home Affairs of Khayelitsha KTH Hospital. African native nations designed everything within 20 minutes. All that creation was completed for the US of A transport industry to take away the traffic congestion happening in everyday living in the cities that never sleeps of the US of A in name of the transporters. The motion picture called the transporters, yes. That's when they recalled us to that when we recalled that the last motion picture we have managed to see on TV that needed a solution, what for the entire global, worldwide, international world that living in the same sequence as the United States of America. Guys, thank you to DW for coming around over here. DW never came around. We are in eternity and in spirituality and immortality of the Connecting Cape Town with Good FM, Comedy Cape Town Comedy Club and Poetry Star Search Champion. Thank you, people of the world, to the Collins Illustrated Encyclopedia of Famous People, into Expatriation Mackerel, Philosophy and Education in the Battle for Truth, for the Scientology in a Newsletter. Thank you, people of the world.